Me and Courtney met during our freshman year of college. We were both on the same floor in our dorm.
I only knew her name and what room she lived in, but I didn't know much more about her, and so we didn't really get to connect more until my sophomore year. My first impressions of Katie were that she was really popular. Everyone wanted to be her friend. She was super fun, loud.
It was like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I don't know what I was doing up so early, but I went into the bathroom and Courtney was in there getting ready, and she was dressed up all fancy.
She would always get invited to go out and do things with other people.
Because she has an internship at the Capitol.
And so I definitely was really like, oh wow, she seems to have it all. She seems to be doing really well and seems to be really enjoying college, and that wasn't my experience.
My first impression of her was that she was like really hardworking, a go-getter, and that she had her life together. It turns out though, which I had no idea about, that during that time in Courtney's life, she was actually really going through a lot of hard things.
She really wasn't enjoying college. She didn't really have a lot of close relationships and was really experiencing that similar emptiness that I felt.
I was really longing for deeper friendships because I had a lot of friends, but they were all very surface level. Courtney reached out to me and we started talking a little bit more. Yeah, Courtney just really invited me into her group of friends. The gospel message and how God loves me and God cares for me was just really magnified by the community that I was becoming a part of. People were just so comforting and loving and made me feel so cared for that it really helped me to believe that God loved me and God cared for me.
Katie has been willing to remain friends with me even when I've really hurt her.
The way that she forgives so quickly and extends grace to me all the time has really helped me to experience like God's forgiveness.
Even knowing that she might need to challenge me or rebuke me in some areas of being willing to do it because she loves me. She's really, her friendship has brought me closer to the Lord because I've experienced Him through the way she cares for me.
What helped me and Courtney to get to that deeper level was being vulnerable and sharing our stories with each other.
I realized there were some things in those areas of sin in my past that I'd never told Katie about, and that I actually had forgotten about myself. And so as those things were becoming difficult, and I really just knew I needed to tell someone.
I was coming in with a lot of shame from the things that I've done in my past, and I told Courtney about those things, even though it was really hard. She just really helped me to see that God doesn't view me any differently, and that He loves me, and that He died for me to set me free from those sins. So I think it was just that vulnerability that bonded us on a deeper level.
Oh wow, it tastes like paprika.
Really?
Maybe invest in salt. I was like, better do my hair a little bit better today. How are you guys doing? Hi.
They will talk all the time about how they pray together all the time. That's like a huge part of their friendship that is unique, and I don't always see that in other people. It's just really important to be like talking to God for one another and about one another, and I think that's really special.
Yeah, Katie and I are very, very different. The glue to our whole friendship is God because our interests are so different. I can't talk about our friendship without talking about the gospel, because not only is it how we came to know each other most deeply, but it's really the reason that we are friends.
God uses deep friendships and gospel-centered friendships in a way to work in your life in a way that nothing else can.
What I have seen from Katie and Courtney is that gospel-centered friendships, when you have God at the center of that, it keeps things from being stagnant, and it keeps you growing together.
I feel like we're not able to be fully known if we're not being fully loved, and we're not able to be fully loved if we're not able to be fully known.
We need people to speak into our lives, and we need people to remind us of God's goodness and God's truth in the areas where we're struggling to believe it.
We weren't designed to walk with Christ on our own, so God is so gracious to bring people into our lives to help us to do that. I've just seen my need for friendships the longer that I've walked with God.